Raku, you was making so much progression, man. You was like there saying, oh, it's finally here. This is how I feel about Chitoge. You are my best friend. Hey, it's a fucking progression, guys. I guess it's one thing I can't bitch about, but it's like, fucking hey, man. Read the tone. Oh, are you just that fucking thick, Raku, or just that much of a pussy? I'm hoping for column B here. I know he's a bit of column A, a bit of fucking column B, but I'm expecting that he's like, hopefully, just so much of a pussy that he just can't admit shit like this. Not like he's just so fucking dumb that he can't realize that shit when it happens. So yeah, I gotta admit though, Raku's pretty manly at the start of this chapter, going, and he's like, yo, this man's fucking terrifying. He goes in just with his fist going, charging in, saying, you know what, fuck it, I'll give it my best shot. And his Chitoge's father's like, yep, that's enough. And he's like, boss, Oyaji, like, what the fuck's going on? And he literally told him, you know, the move has been cancelled. And, you know, I kind of want to get the fuck off since, you know, all, like, the fucking Yakuza members have just said, you know, hey, you know, stay off this, you know, this is my daughter's wish and all that, and we're gonna, you know, stay here until, you know, graduate from high school. It's like, you can do as you please till then. And I kind of like that in a way because, like, it was like, okay, like, her father's got, you know, some fucking balls gonna be like place in. I thought it was gonna be up to like his like wife or something, like, or Chitoge's mother. I would really love if Chitoge's mother came back in the series because she was a really enjoyable character and she was kind of a bit of a badass. So it would have been nice if she like stood up to her wall, but she was like, I mean, hey, fucking Cloud's terrified of her. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm fucking backing off. But yeah, that kind of got concluded. I kind of wanted to see that at the end of this like whole little mini arc thing. I wanted it to kind of conclude in this chapter, so I'm glad it did. And Chitoge was like, you know, it's nothing, let's go, everyone's waiting. And you get to see, you know, all the good news and tell like everyone at school saying, you know, hey, you're not being translated, you know, we're staying until being graduated. You know, everyone had that little moment and little shared time. It was kind of nice. And one thing I actually really liked about this was that actually even like fucking Marika had a little bit of development in this chapter when she was just like being like all fucking tsundere herself, saying, you know, oh, so you're staying in like Japan and all that. It's like, okay, fuck you. Like, you, and in the end, she was just like, even her like maid said, you know, you're not very honest about it, and she sure admit, yeah, no, she's happy that she's staying, and like that is kind of a little bit of a development for her because that's like the first time we've actually seen her genuinely fucking care for Chitoge or anyone else in the group apart from Raku. It's always Raku this, Raku that, and I like it when she does, like, not forcefully or like just like a huge fucking development, but if it's just like slightly nudged in there saying, oh, at least she's, you know, happy about that, it's like, you know, stuff like that I kind of like. And when the two were sort of like, you know, running back from like school and saying, you know, enjoying herself, you know, and she was just like crying her eyes out and saying, you know, thanks Raku, I really care about you and stuff. Like, I was like, that was kind of like awesome. And then she finally asked the question, you know, why did you like try that hard? You could have got fucking killed. Like, why do you do that? And he just asked it. He's like, you know, she asked me like how I felt about you, and I decided, you know, it makes sense now after everything that happens. And it was like all fucking perfect, Raku. All fucking, like, let's be honest, it was gonna get interrupted in one way or another. Kind of saw that coming. Like, I don't know if it would have been like someone coming in the fucking way or if it was just him being a fucking jackass. Like, because he was being like, oh, you know, that's because you're fucking friend. Well, one, you throw fucking shoe on the bus because I thought he was your fucking homeboy for life. But no, it was like, you know, ours is, you know, forged in battles and stuff like that. It's just like, you fucking stupid piece of shit, thick-headed bean sprout. That's all he's got. And, you know, right after that, it was like, you know, I guess in a way that was like his way of kind of dodging a bullet. But I think that's still him being a bitch and he can't make up his decision, and that he's a pussy as well. And how the chapter ended was like, oh yeah, by the way, you know, you're gonna live in the Shuei group, and I'm guessing what's happening is like, yeah, you can stay around, you know, during all the fucking Yakuzas and bullshit like that. I can honestly see that, you know, Cloud and everyone else are gonna be like fucking off for this whilst, you know, Chitoge's gonna be taken care of by like Raku's group. So overall, this little mini arc was actually surprising. It kind of got me back into Nisekoi. It got me to pick up a few fucking extra volumes recently, as you can see on the shelf there. So, you know, it did something, and it was really enjoyable. Now, the true fucking challenge comes, whether or not Nisekoi can still be entertaining and probably go through this episode. I can honestly see going into episodic shit again. Whether or not I'll keep reviewing it, that fucking depends, but in the meantime, you can probably definitely see me talking about next week's chapter. If it's like supremely boring, then you kind of get the gist, but overall, for the arc itself, it's up there. It's up there with one of my favorites. I still enjoy like the Chitoge's mother arc, and also as well like the whole Romeo and Juliet paid it. Like that's still some of my favorite parts of Nisekoi. No, we've got the anime coming back in spring, so if this is my last manga chapter for a while, then you know, here we go. But rather than that, yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this chapter of Nisekoi. What did you think about the little arc ending, and just, you know, overall thoughts and stuff like that. I mean, I would give this chapter, I think it was a good chapter. I think it was an enjoyable chapter at that, but yeah, Raku being a prick, it made me laugh. Had some great art, and as well, you know, those little twists and turns and those nice little foreshadowings and kind of little nice things going on in this chapter. So I'd say a 7. I'd honestly say just 7 on the spot. That's how I feel about it. But that's all from me. Playing on my Twitch as always, and I'll see you guys next time.